Today, we are visiting with retired Mount Zion physician Eugene Morita. Dr. Morita served as a nuclear medicine specialist at Mount Zion for more than 30 years. Dr. Morita is a native Californian, but during World War II, his entire family spent time in internment camps. Eventually, they were sent by rail to Seabrook Farms in southern New Jersey. Dr. Morita chatted with us about these early years and factors that influenced his education and pursuit of a career in medicine.
My dad was from Japan and my mother was born in the States. And I was born in Sacramento. And I grew up in California until the war. And then after the war, after the Second World War started, the Japanese on the West Coast got all moved to various places. We went to Thule first. We were there a year, and then later we went to a place called Granada, Colorado. We were there for about 4 years. And then California really didn't open up for work. So there's an interesting guy by the name of C.F. Seabrook, but he hired people that needed work. So my parents, we moved to a place called Seabrook, New Jersey, and that's where I grew up.
Dr. Morita told us how he came to be in California again and how he got involved in nuclear medicine.
Well, that's an interesting story how I came through San Francisco. I got drafted, I was in Fort Lee, Virginia, and I got orders to go to Thailand. So I went to Thailand. This is back in 1964, I think. And I have a cousin in Richmond. I was going to fly out of Travis. So I was here a day and a half. I already had a residency where I interned in Philadelphia. It's all set up when I got back. But I came through here and I fell in love with San Francisco. And I said, I'm not going back to Philadelphia. And then while I was in training at Letterman, I met Ken McCormick. He was one of our consultants, and we stayed very close. And when I came back, he had an opening here at Zion. So he asked me to join him, and that was 71 or 72. So we had a professional and a friendship for many, many years. And then Ken retired in '89, and then I became the chief, and then shortly after that, we became part of UC. And the UC has been all good for me too. The UC experience has been tremendous. A lot of teaching, a lot of really good people at the university. So,
Well, that's actually one of my other questions. Are there Mount Zion physicians that influenced you while you were working here?
Yeah, I think the one that probably did the most is probably Ernie Rosenbaum. Ernie's just a really good person. I mean, he's solid. He's generous to everybody. He did wonderful things for his patients. And then also Ken Wilbur. He's one of the smartest docs I've ever met. And we've gotten to know each other professionally and a friendship standpoint over the years. And I've always thought him to be a superb physician.
So did you serve on any committees? Or
I was the only committee that I really served on was the isotope committee. And I was there from the very beginning.
The what committee?
Yeah, radioisotope committee.
The radioisotope?
There is a committee. So to make sure that we didn't contaminate the hospital, things like that. Yeah, it's like we have to pick it. If there's a research project and they need license and supervision, we got involved with that.
Dr. Morita described his involvement in teaching at Mount Zion and UCSF.
I enjoyed teaching. I taught the residents here at Zion. The radiology residents and some pathology residents, and yeah, because it's a requirement for them, and I've always enjoyed that part of it. One year, I forget what year it was. I think it was year 2000. There's a tremendous honor that the radiology residents give to one of the faculty members for teaching, and I got that award in 2000. That was amazing. I mean, just to have the residents say, man, he's a good teacher. I mean, that really made that. I think that's one of my highlights of my career in medicine, is to have the residents say that he's a very good teacher.
Dr. Morita retired in February of 2009. He told us what he's been doing with all of his newfound time.
Plus, I'm traveling a lot too. I figure, I'm 74 now. The question is, how many more good years do I have? I don't know that. So I'm going to just I don't deny myself too many things about traveling. If I want to go somewhere, I just go. It works out great. Some places I go back a couple times. My favorite place, I think, is Japan in the wintertime. Japan in the wintertime is, it's breathtaking. When the snow, it's just absolutely awesome. The red-crested cranes, there are only about a couple thousand of them left. But at one time, in Japan, I think this was in the 20s, they were starving. And the farmers fed them. Most of my trips are geared around photography. And I go for that reason. And most of the time, I take all my gear. I carry around probably 30 pounds worth of gear. I figure the time when I can't get that 30-pound sack of lenses and stuff, you know, the case, into the overhead bin, that's when I stop traveling like that, you know.